You know, when you open an email, maybe a LinkedIn message, and you get that feeling, wow, they really know me.
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, a split second later, it's, oh, wait, no, they don't.
Exactly.
You know the type. Hey, your name. Hope you're crushing it. Just wanted to share our revolutionary. It just feels like a template with your name dropped in.
Or that logo slapped on a generic ad. We see it all the time.
So today, we're going beyond the logo. We want to dig into what real, genuine personalization in account-based marketing, ABM, truly means.
It's like an interesting contrast, isn't it? Between that token personalization, just the logo, just the name, and the actual impact you can have with true, meaningful personalization.
Right.
And what's really fascinating now, I think, is how AI fits in. It makes the superficial stuff, well, almost effortless.
Too easy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it also really highlights why you still need that strategic, that human-led thinking behind it all.
And that's exactly what we're aiming for in this deep dive. We're going to unpack what ABM personalization really is. We've gone through the source material, pulled out the absolute core insights for you. Think of it as your essential guide.
A shortcut.
Yeah, a shortcut to getting genuinely clued up on something a lot of marketers frankly misunderstand. We want to give you a clear roadmap for delivering relevance at scale.
Without burning out your team.
Exactly. Or, compromising on quality.
Crucial.
So, okay, let's start there. This token personalization, it's so common. Why is it actually a problem? I mean, we all get these messages, right?
We do. And they're still everywhere, even though we know better.
And like you said, AI tools are making it even easier to just churn this stuff out superficially.
And that's precisely why it fails. It just doesn't connect.
Yeah.
That superficial stuff, a quick LinkedIn scrape for some generic fact or just repeating the company name over and over.
Yeah.
It just lacks depth. It lacks real relevance. And honestly, it lacks genuine intent.
Intent. That's a good word for it.
Yeah. It doesn't stand out because, like you said, everyone sees it constantly. It feels transparent. You can see right through it.
Like they're ticking a box marked personalization.
Exactly. It's like a robot trying to write a love letter.
Yeah.
The words might be technically correct, but there's just no soul, no real feeling behind it.
That's a brilliant analogy. Okay, so if slapping a name or a logo on something, isn't it? What is the secret then? What does true ABM personalization look like?
Well, it sounds like we need a bit of a mindset shift first.
Yeah, how so?
Moving away from thinking, how can I make this look personal?
Right.
And towards asking, how can I make this feel genuinely relevant?
Okay, relevance. I like that. So how do we achieve relevance?
Well, the material we looked at is really clear on this. Before you even think about writing a message or creating an ad set, you need a solid strategic foundation.
Okay, foundation first. What does that involve?
It means getting really rigorous about who you're actually talking to.
Your ideal customer profile, your ICP.
Precisely, your ICP, and then how you're tiering those accounts based on, potential or fit.
Right, tiering.
Then you need to understand their specific context. Where are they right now? What problems are they actively trying to solve? What's keeping them up at night?
So not just who they are, but what they're dealing with.
Exactly. And crucially, why do they need your message right now? How does what you offer actually align with those immediate challenges?
Okay.
And then finally thinking about how they'd actually best digest your message. Is it an email, a video, something else? It's all that groundwork first.
That really changes the perspective, doesn't it? It's not just about the end product.
Yeah.
So if that foundation is solid, what are the kind of core pillars the sources identify for true personalization?
Yeah, the sources highlight 4 key things. First is relevance and timing.
Okay.
It's about getting the right message out, sure, but at the right time. And always with a clear why behind it. Not just what you say, but when.
Got it. Timing is key. What's next?
Second, empathy. Really deeply understanding that ICP, tiering accounts so you group similar challenges, and then crafting messaging that's genuinely helpful.
Helpful, not just salesy.
Right. Based on their business context, their personal drivers, their actual challenges, properly stepping into their shoes.
Okay. Relevance, timing, empathy. What else?
Third is consistency. This is huge. Personalization can't just be a one-off. It needs to run through the entire buyer journey.
So every touch point.
Every single one. The ad they saw, the blog they read, the asset they download, it should all feel connected, intentional, like the next logical step in one continuous conversation.
Not just random acts of personalization.
Exactly. And fourth, contextual fit. This goes beyond just the words. It's about the format, the environment.
How do you mean? Give me some examples.
Well, think about it. An engineer out in the field probably needs something short, visual, mobile-friendly, not a 20-page PDF.
Right. Makes sense.
A senior exec might value an actual meeting, or maybe a short, sharp video, or an interactive calculator they can play with.
Okay.
Whereas your technical stakeholders, they'll likely want the nitty-gritty. Specs, proof points, detailed case studies. You tailor the how as well as the what.
So it's the message, the timing, the empathy, the consistency, and the format that's comprehensive.
It is. And that quote from Josh Weale in the material really sums it up. Personalization isn't just what you say to somebody. It's when you say it and the reason why you're saying it. He really hammers home that this groundwork, the ICP work, the segmentation, that's often the bit people skip.
Yeah, they jump straight to the message.
Right. And that's why it often falls flat.
So connecting this up then, scaling this meaningful personalization, it absolutely hinges on getting that strategic groundwork right first.
Absolutely. It builds on those key foundations we touched on. Let's recap them quickly.
Good idea.
You've got your ideal customer profile, who you want to talk to, why they're ideal.
Right.
Then segmentation and tiering, grouping those ICP accounts based on shared needs or potential, deciding who gets more focus.
Okay.
Then you need real account insights, not just headlines. Going deeper, what are the underlying trends, the changes, the real influences affecting those accounts?
Proper research.
Proper research. And using those insights to craft your ABM value proposition. What's the core story or narrative that will actually resonate? And remembering it might differ, say, for procurement versus a technical buyer within the same account.
Good point. Different roles care about different things.
Exactly. And finally, mapping that out in a message matrix. How does that core value proposition flex for different industries, different specific accounts, different stakeholders within those accounts?
It's like building a conversation playbook.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Planning out the possibilities based on real insight.
It definitely sounds like a lot of upfront effort, but you can see how it would pay off. So for people actually building these foundations, what are some practical tips from the sources to make sure it's, quality personalization?
Well, the material really stresses that the message has to show you, understand their challenges and strategic priorities. It's not generic.
Okay.
It needs tailoring for the key roles in the decision-making unit, the DMU, not just a blanket message to the whole company.
Right, target the individual.
Address the specific context, what's happening now that makes your message relevant. And like we said, rooted in empathy.
That empathy check again.
Yeah, ask yourself honestly, if I got this message in my role, in the middle of a busy day, how would I react? Would it feel genuinely helpful or just like noise?
That's such a simple but powerful check. And I think what often gets missed, and where this really gets interesting, is applying this thinking beyond just one single asset. So many teams put huge effort into maybe one amazing personalized report or video, and then that's it. The rest of the journey is generic.
Exactly. That's the pitfall. Personalization has to create a connected experience. It needs to be baked into the strategy right from the start. Account selection, channel choices, everything.
So consistency really is the glue.
It absolutely is. It makes personalization that common thread running through every single touch point. Josh Weale nailed this again in the source material. He talked about the misconception of just focusing on one personalized asset.
What did he say?
He said, basically, if your personalized asset is siloed between all those other points, you're missing the potential of the full personalized experience.
Makes sense.
Think about it. Before your prospect even sees that perfect personalized piece, they might have seen an ad, visited your website, read a blog post.
Right.
If that one piece feels disconnected from everything else they've experienced, it just doesn't land properly. It feels jarring.
The whole journey needs to feel personal, or at least relevant.
Precisely.
Okay, this all leads me to the big question, AI. How does artificial intelligence fit into all of this? It seems like it's everywhere, promising scale. But can it actually deliver this kind of deep, connected personalization we're talking about?
It's the question right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the absolute key takeaway from the sources is this. Human-led strategy first. Technology second.
Strategy before tools.
Always. AI tools are powerful, no doubt, but they're only as good as the inputs you give them. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
If you want to personalize with actual meaning, you have to start with that solid foundation we discussed. Validated insights, defined ICP, clear account focus, a strong value proposition narrative.
Get the thinking right first.
Exactly. Then you can start thinking about how AI can help you scale based on those strategic guardrails. The danger is falling for that prompt and go temptation without doing the groundwork.
Yeah, just asking the AI to write a personalized email without context.
Right. You'll likely just end up scaling something generic or worse, something that completely misses the mark and potentially even damages the relationship.
Okay, so assuming that foundation is solid and the human strategy is crystal clear, the sources did point to some specific ways AI can genuinely support this, right?
Absolutely. Once the strategy is set, AI can be a powerful enabler.
So what kind of tools should people be aware of? How can they use them smartly?
Well, for data enrichment and insight gathering, there are tools like Clay.com for automating research, or combinations like Apollo plus Ematic for detailed contact profiling. There's even tools like Crystal Knows, which try to do personality-style profiling to suggest, the ideal tone or motivators for specific individuals.
Interesting. What about actually creating the content?
For content creation at scale,
Yeah.
things like ChatGPT or Claude can be really useful. Not to write everything from scratch necessarily, but for structuring those message matrices we talked about, or adapting tone for different roles, or creating variations of copy based on your core narrative.
So using it to adapt and refine based on the strategy.
Exactly. And tools like Notebook LM can help you sort of interrogate your own insights and value props to spark ideas for specific content pieces.
But I'm guessing the big caveat here is still validation. Don't just trust the output blindly.
100%. These tools should support your process, help you scale the execution, but they shouldn't define the message for you.
Right.
You, the human, still need to provide the tool with that clear strategic understanding, the why and the what, to really get the most out of it and ensure it's actually relevant.
Okay, so AI is a powerful assistant, but not the strategist. That really reinforces the idea that, well, personalization isn't one size fits all, is it?
Not at all.
I mean, if you tried to do that super deep one-to-one personalization for every single account on your list,
You'd burn out your team in a week.
right. But then if you don't go deep enough where it really counts for those high-value accounts.
You'll never cut through the noise. You'll never stand out.
So how do you strike that balance? How do you decide the right level?
It comes back to aligning the effort with the potential value and the stage of the account. You dial the personalization up or down based on the campaign need, essentially. The sources talk about three main tiers.
Okay, let's break those down. What's the first level?
First is one-to-many. This is lighter personalization. You're maybe focusing on a broader cluster of accounts, perhaps a specific vertical or industry.
So tailoring content to the industry, maybe using role-relevant message snippets.
Exactly. Using industry-specific language, modular content blocks that speak to common roles or challenges within that group. It's relevant, but at scale.
Got it. What's the next level up?
One to few. Here, you're refining the focus. Maybe it's a small group of key accounts, perhaps in a specific region, or all facing a very defined, shared challenge.
Okay, so more targeted.
Yeah. You're layering in more specific relevance into the value proposition. Tailoring the channel approach becomes more important too, and making sure you're connecting with multiple people within those accounts, that multi-threading piece.
Right, reaching the buying committee.
Exactly, and making sure the assets and messages are clearly connected for that specific group or challenge.
Okay, one to many, one to few. What's the top tier?
That's one-to-one. This is where you're typically engaging with known stakeholders, maybe specific individuals, or a very small defined group within a high-value account.
The most resource-intensive, I imagine.
By far. Here you're going really deep, understanding their unique professional challenges, maybe even referencing specific projects or initiatives. Sometimes, carefully, you might weave in known interests or personal touches to build genuine rapport.
Carefully being the operative word there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And critically, at this level, the format must align with how that specific stakeholder likes to communicate. And every single touch point needs to connect seamlessly to build one cohesive story from their perspective.
It sounds incredibly powerful when done right.
It is. But there's that crucial advice from Lucy Jones in the material. Personalization should feel relevant, coherent, intentional, and not creepy.
Yes, the creepy factor. How do you avoid that?
She gives a great self-check. Ask yourself, would this make me feel understood, or did it make me feel uncomfortable?
Understood versus uncomfortable. That's a great distinction.
The goal is always to reflect their world, show you've done your homework, make them feel seen and valued, never to make them feel like they're being watched or, digitally stalked.
A fine line, but a crucial one. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So, wrapping this up, the core takeaway from this deep dive seems pretty clear.
Yeah.
Ditch the logo swapping. Ditch the awkward name dropping. Personalize with actual meaning.
Absolutely.
True ABM personalization, it seems, is driven by that solid strategic groundwork we talked about.
Deep insights.
Deep insights into the account's context, who's in the buying unit, and then really meticulously adapting your value props, your messages, your content.
Meeting them where they are.
Exactly. Meeting accounts where they most need you and making sure that relevance is threaded right across the entire journey, not just in one shiny asset.
Well said. And, this whole discussion raises, I think, an important question for you, our listener, to ponder.
Oh, what's that?
How might this deeper understanding of relevance, genuine relevance, change how you approach things? Not just in marketing, but maybe in any communication where you really want to connect with someone and be understood.
That's a great point.
Maybe take a moment after this. Think about where you might currently be applying those token efforts. Just going through the motions, perhaps. And consider how you could shift towards a more truly empathetic, more relevant approach in your own work, whatever that might be.